Hey guys, I'm Lynnie with Sunflower Spirit Tarot, and this is a message for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and any other significant placements represented here by the Hanged Man Major Arcana. This is just going to be a general message, so whatever I see is what I will read. It could be love, finances, career, but it's typically always a bigger picture. So the examples that I give are just what I can think of at the time or what I'm feeling at the time, but it may not be exactly your story. It's just the energy, really. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Don't force fit anything. And what else? If you hear any extra noise, I'm sorry. I apologize. I don't live alone, and I have no control over anybody else in this house. Okay? All right. Let's get to it. Pisces. Messages for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What do they need to know? What do they need to see? What do they need to understand from the time they view this video about a week ahead? What does Pisces need to know? What are the most important messages, predictions, and happenings to, for, from, about, and around Pisces at this time? Moving about a week ahead. Messages for Pisces. Most important messages, predictions, and happenings for Pisces. Thank you for this message, Spirit. I really appreciate it. Alright, let's get started here. So I've been seeing in all the readings I've done today, I've been seeing the Ten of Wands, either at the bottom of the deck or just kind of flashes for a little bit. So I think that maybe everybody's feeling kind of heavy or feeling a little bit overwhelmed at this time. Maybe a little bit more tired than usual, a little bit more fatigued than usual, maybe having a little bit more on your plate than usual. That may not be for everybody, but I just wanted to mention that just in case, because that seems like it's been a common thing for water signs today. All right. Messages for Pisces, please. Can we finish out the spread for Pisces, please, Spirit? Definitely doing your best to focus on the positive in a not so positive situation. Maybe something you thought was certain, guaranteed, or sure turned out to be very disappointing. But you learned a lot from the situation. Or you will if it hasn't happened already. You're speaking from experience. Okay. And you're calling people out on their bull. You're telling people, I know, I see, I'm aware of what you're doing, of what you're saying, of what's going on. Alright. Ooh. So we got the Page of Swords open in the reading, the Ten of Swords, the Hierophant, the Justice card, the Queen of Swords at the center here, which I feel like is your energy right now, Pisces. You're detaching from those emotions and coming at it with some straight logic, straight truth, straight clarity, not mincing any words. Then we have the Five of Wands and the Knight of Swords with the Seven of Swords below the Queen of Swords. Yeah, you're calling people out. You are exposing people. There might be a lot of drama that's been around you lately, whether it involves people close to you, a professional environment, whatever the case may be. It's like you ain't going for it no more. And we got the Queen of Cups as the outcome energy here, with the Four of Cups as the overall energy. Yeah, you're done with it. You're over it. You're over the chaos. You're over the drama. You're over the BS. You are calling people out. You're saying what needs to be said. You're doing what needs to be done. You're letting people know, I see you, I hear you, I see how you're moving and how you're operating, and I'm not gonna let shit slide. Shit is not sweet. Shit is not sweet. Let's clarify this Four of Cups. We got a lot of queens here, so there could be a lot of cattiness happening around you right now. We got three queens, the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Cups, and now we have the Queen of Pentacles here, clarifying. And we got the King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. We might have a true pair situation, something happening. It seems like there's a lot going on with this reading already, and it's just, the basic spread here. So we got the Four of Cups, which indicates trying to get to a place of peace, or you could be contemplating something. It could also be this energy of not being interested in what you're being offered at this time because it's the same thing over and over and over again. It could be, like I said, you were letting shit slide in the past. You were letting things go in the past. You were hearing whispers or gossip or people talking about you behind your back in the past, and you weren't really acting on it. You weren't really saying much because you're like, hey, that doesn't affect me. You know, I'm living my life. I'm doing my thing. I'm minding my business. But now it's like, somebody has done something. I feel like somebody said something about you that was completely untrue and possibly even put you in a compromising position, bringing the drama to your doorstep, and you're like, this is where it stops. This is where it's going to stay. It could be somebody that you were friends with for a really long time, since childhood. It could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It could be somebody who is kind of in a motherly position for you, like an older female that you kind of look up to. Or it could be, if they're not an earth sign or an older female, it could be somebody who has children. It could be a baby mama. You could be involved with this King of Pentacles, somebody that this Queen of Pentacles is separated from, and you've just been trying to do your best, get along for the kids' sake, get along for, you know, everybody's sake, just trying to keep the peace. And this person is not interested in keeping the peace. So regardless of the situation, I do feel like there are so many women involved. I feel like this Queen of Cups might be you, it could be you, but I'm feeling you more so in this Queen of Swords. So there could be another water sign also involved, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but the Queen of Swords is Aquarius, Gemini, Libra energy. Now, nobody has to be these signs. You know, the deck is limited as far as the queens. There's only, you know, 4 queens. So if there's a lot of women involved, they're going to come out as whatever their attributes are. So I like I said, I'm feeling you with this Queen of Swords energy. You're calling out any kind of BS. I feel like this Queen of Cups energy is the one that was spying on you, possibly watching your social media, telling you lies or gossiping with you. This could also be the person who told you the truth about what was being said or done behind your back because they weren't comfortable with it. It could be that they feel loyalty to both you and this other party, this Queen of Cups here, and they feel like they're caught in the middle of the drama. So basically they were trying to squash it. I do feel like there was this energy with this Queen of Cups here that was making a genuine attempt to kind of squash this. Like, look, I don't want to be in the middle anymore. I'm gonna just tell you what was said or what was done, and then you can, you know, take it from there. And you're like, oh really? They said that, they did that, okay, we're gonna see. I feel like the truth is coming out about who's been saying what, who's been doing what behind your back. I think Spirit is revealing a lot of things. I also think that you've been in this position before, and that's why you have grown to be the bigger person. That's why when you were hearing things or noticing things in the past, you didn't really pay it much mind because you understand how petty people can be. You understand how childish people can be. You understand how people in certain positions, you know, just want to take advantage of other people or want to try to humble other people or want to bring other people down. I feel like you've learned your lessons about that in the past, and you've learned not to be impulsive, right? I feel like even though you're a water sign, you might have air in your chart, and there are some times where you say things to people where you cut them deep, like you know how to hit where it hurts. And it's almost like people who understand the power in the words that they speak, I do think that they tend to just not say anything at all. If you've noticed that your tongue is a weapon, like, and I mean like when you are really angry or upset or when you really want to hurt somebody, you can do it. Like you maybe even reduce people to tears. Like that's the kind of intensity that I'm seeing right now. And maybe you've done that in the past and you don't want to make people feel like that anymore. You don't want to use like your powers for evil. You know what I'm saying? Because if your tongue is that powerful to reduce somebody to tears, just imagine the good that it could do in your life and in the lives of others, right? So the light and the dark, it always exists. So however dark the darkest night is, the opposite of that is the potential for such great abundant light, right? So just keep that in mind. Make sure you're not, you know, stooping down to this person's level. It's okay to call it out. It's okay to say this stops here now. I'm not engaging with you in the drama or the pettiness, but I'm not dealing with it either. You're not going to keep bringing this to me, right? But you know, you also want to maintain your sense of integrity. Don't do anything that's going to make you feel guilty later or make you feel regretful about taking action or saying something, because I do think that you do have it in you, and sometimes people get what they've been asking for. But it's important for those of us who understand, you know, the laws of the universe, because, you know, it's one thing to be ignorant and to be doing ignorant stuff because you don't know any better, and it's one thing to know better, to know how much you can hurt somebody, to know how much bad you can do, and to do it. I feel like personally the consequences are a lot harsher for people who know what they're doing and do it anyway. And I feel like if you were to partake in any kind of this conflict, this drama, you would be in some ways sabotaging yourself. I think somebody is also trying to set you up to fail. Somebody could be trying to trigger you so they can see, ooh, look, I told you. Like, oh, what's that movie? You know, this movie, I don't hate this movie, but I hate this part in the movie. I think it's this movie where it's like there's a super spiritual guy, and throughout the whole movie, the jealous ex-boyfriend of the girl who's now dating this super spiritual guy is trying to upset this spiritual guy. And when he finally loses his cool, it's like, oh, see, look. And even if that doesn't happen in that movie, even if that's another movie that I'm thinking about, it's like people always want to trigger those who say, like, look, I don't engage in that, I don't fight, some people don't curse, some people don't do certain things. And it's almost like the higher you elevate yourself, the more people want to reduce you, right? They want to be like, oh, you're just like us. See, you just as petty as me. You're just as bitchy as me. You're just as gossipy as me. See, look at you. You know, because they want to prove somehow in their own mind that it's impossible to actually be a bigger person so that they can justify their shitty behavior. But don't get pulled into that. Don't get pulled into that trap, because they might be baiting you into doing something that you're going to regret, because them consequences are going to be harsh for whoever voluntarily and knowingly engages in bullshit. Okay, so ignorant or not, you still don't get your consequences, but when you are aware, I feel like it comes to you double. All right, Queen of Swords. Can we clarify the Queen of Swords energy for Pisces, please? Yeah, we got the Six of Wands here. So I feel like Spirit is guaranteeing your victory. We also have the Chariot. I think you just move on. Elevate. Decide that you're not going to engage and just move on, because we go from the 5 to the 6, clarifying this Queen of Swords. And I think that you speaking your truth has a lot to do with that. And I think you leveling with this person or these people, this situation, in this environment, whatever the case may be, you just saying, hey, I see what's happening, and it's not going to happen anymore, right? I will press charges. And pressed, okay? And we got the High Priestess and the Devil. You are so aware. I feel like you don't even need me to tell you. I just feel like if you're drawn to this video and you're resonating with this message so far, you just needed confirmation that you were seeing what you were actually seeing. And this is definitely confirmation. People are on some bullshit. They're trying to bring you down. They are being inspired by lower vibrational energies, whether that's within them or outside of them. They're being influenced by their own negativity or their own fear, their own lack, their own inadequacies, all of that kind of stuff, to try to bring you down or to try to make you feel as if you're just as petty or just as dark or just as whatever. And here's the thing about incredibly spiritual people who are really on this path, who are really doing the work, they know how dark they can get. They know just how dark they can be. They don't need anybody else trying to poke the bear all the time. And it's unfortunate because we're the people who have to do the work to keep ourselves from spazzing out on people, but we aren't in any kind of control of whether or not people can come in and try to trigger us. And you're always going to be triggered to try and show somebody just how much you're capable of, okay? And like I said, just don't indulge that desire to do that. You are seeing what you're seeing. You are feeling what you're feeling for a reason. And I think when this information is brought to you, whether it is intentional misinformation or it's just somebody coming clean and it hurts you, it's for a reason. Not necessarily so you can go and do something or so you can go and get your lick back. Spirit is just giving you confirmation of like, you know where your trust needs to go, basically. Can we clarify this Seven of Swords? I really want to know what the energy is for Seven of Swords. Can we clarify this Seven of Swords? Somebody could have been keeping secrets from you about an opportunity. Or withholding information from you about an opportunity. Okay. Yeah, we got the Judgment card at the bottom of the deck. Using good judgment, using your discernment. Yeah, we got the Tower. So this is something that you were completely oblivious of. So whatever this Seven of Swords represents, and in my mind it looks like, or not in my mind, what I'm feeling right now, it looks like information that causes some sort of very fast shift in perspective, right? It's something about some sort of opportunity that was coming to you, or something that, like, it's like somebody hiding an important piece of mail or something. It's like that. It's like, or somebody lying about, like, if there was a position open and you go, hey, is the position for this open? Like, I'd like to apply. I'd like to get the promotion. They're like, oh no, we hired somebody, right? You're going to find out that that wasn't true. It's like something like that. Something that somebody was using, somebody was using information in a way to keep you down or keep you out of the loop or to keep you misinformed, right? And you're going to realize that somebody that you trusted, you cannot trust any longer. It's going to change the way that you operate going forward. And I think that you're going to take a more self-serving approach as you move forward in this environment or in this partnership or this friendship, whatever the case may be, if you don't just cut it off at the knees. Okay, I'm going to clarify one more and then I'm going to let you guys go here. Let's clarify the Five of Wands. I'm just getting a whole lot of pettiness, a whole lot of competitiveness, somebody trying to compete with you. If there is a family dynamic involved with this, somebody is a little bit jealous about the sense of stability and security that you have, how you seem to handle everything, how you make it look so easy and effortless, and they're probably struggling or having a difficult time. There's somebody who wishes that they were as graceful as you. There's somebody who might wish that they were as stable as or as secure as you, because you make it look so easy. You could be having an opportunity, whether it's a new relationship or a new creative opportunity or just something that you feel passionately about that's coming out of this situation, or it might ignite a fire within you so that you know, like, look, I don't need anybody to operate on the level in which I operate. I don't need you. I don't need you. So if you want to come along for the ride, you need to be loyal. You need to be trustworthy. And I'm not saying like loyal to you like a dog, because people are not dogs, or, you know, and adults are not children, and they don't operate like the same kind of deference you would give your mother or your father. You don't need to give that to your friends and your and you know, people that you meet, like coworkers and stuff. But there is a sense of like wanting to elevate from this situation, or elevate the people involved in this situation. I think, like I said, with the Ace and the Five, you have the Six of Wands, which indicates a victory. I do think that people are going to have a whole new level of respect for you, but it is, like I said, going to require you to speak your truth in some kind of capacity, not trying to use your words to hurt or to cut, but just speaking your truth, saying like, hey, I see what's going on, or this is how I expect things to move in the future, or whatever the case may be, whatever you need to, whatever conversations you need to be having or that you feel called to have them. Okay, say what you need to say, and continue doing what you do. I know that you make it look effortless, which makes people feel some type of way, but that's not your responsibility. You're not on this planet to dim your light for anybody else, okay? And you are really serving as a shining example of what's possible when you choose to believe in yourself. You weren't always this confident, you weren't always this mature, but now you're here and other people can do it too, right? But just because they didn't see what you had to go through to get to this point, it's like, oh, well, they've always been that way, or they've always been, you know, secure or stable, and they've never had to go through anything. And that couldn't be further from the truth, right? You wish you could just tell people, like, you don't even understand like the story or the background here, right? Everybody has a story, and just because people make something look effortless doesn't mean that it is. All right, Pisces, this is what I have for you guys. I hope that this was helpful or enlightening in some way. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see y'all next time. Be careful. Bye.